Hello, my dear children. Welcome back to the next part of the story, The Magic Mirror. Are you ready to hear the story? Okay, good. Now I will read the text. Listen carefully and read with me. They found their way out of the forest into fields of blue and red flowers. Butterflies were flitting from flower to flower. The fields were lit by the evening sun. Standing in the field was a white horse with the silver wings. Wow, it's Pegasus, the winged horse, exclaimed Ammu. They walked towards it and Pegasus raised its head. Who are you? Asked Pegasus. Arun answered shyly. I am Arun and this is Ammu. Pegasus looked at them curiously. Where did you come from? Pegasus asked. We came through a magic mirror, said Well, that would have been exciting, said Pegasus. It will soon be dark. I had better go home, said Pegasus. Can we come too? Asked the children. Of course, climb onto my back, Pegasus said. They scrambled on to Pegasus' back. They soared through the air and finally landed on a soft, warm grass under a big tree. Okay, dears, have you got any idea from the passage? Oh, you don't worry, I will give you detailed explanation. Do you know now where is Ammu and Tarun? Yes, you are correct. Now they are in a forest. Now they saw a way out of the forest into a field with blue and red flowers. With blue and red flowers, they found a way to a field with blue and red flowers. Then they saw butterflies were flitting from flower to flower. What do you mean by flit? Yes, very good. Flit means to move quickly and lightly. To move quickly and lightly. Here, the butterflies are moving from flower to flower. The fields were shone by evening sun, and also they saw a white horse with silver wings. Amu exclaimed by seeing the horse Pegasus. Do you know who is Pegasus? Yes, very good. Pegasus is a white, silver winged horse. Then the Pegasus asked to them, Who are you? Then Aaron introduced themselves to the Pegasus. I am Aaron and this is Amu. At that time, Pegasus looked at them very anxiously and asked to them, Where did you come from? Then they replied that we came through a magic mirror. Pegasus replied, Well, that would have been exciting. Now Pegasus told to them, It will soon be dark. I had better go home. Then Ammu and Aaron asked to Pegasus, Can we come too? Then Pegasus replied, Of course. You climb on my back. I will take you to my home. Then they tried to scramble on to Pegasus' back. What do you mean by scramble? Yes, very good. Try to climb by using one's hand as well as feet. Here, two children tried to scramble on Pegasus' back. Then the Pegasus soared. What do you mean by soared? Soar means to flow through air. To flow through air. Here, Pegasus soared through the air and finally landed on a soft, warm grass under a big tree. Finally, they reached under a big tree. Okay, students, now let's move to the next part of the story. Listen carefully. I will read the text and you can also read with me. They then flew through a forest, a field, and over a hill to a cottage. A man in a blue robe opened the door and asked them to follow him in. They followed him into a room where they saw a mirror. It looked exactly like the mirror in their attic. Step into the mirror and you will be home, said Pegasus. The children thanked Pegasus. They stepped into the mirror and found themselves back in the attic. Okay, dears, listen here. Then they flew through a forest, a field, and over a hill. They reached to a cottage. What do you mean by cottage? Yes, very good. Cottage means a small house. When they reached the cottage, there a man came with a blue robe, opened the door, and asked them to follow him. When they reached the cottage, a man came. He wore a blue robe. What do you mean by robe? Robe is a long gown or loose outer garment. Robe means a gown or outer garment. Then he asked them to follow him. When they followed him into a room, there they saw a mirror. It was as same as they found in their attic. Then Pegasus told to them, if you step into the mirror, definitely you will reach home. By hearing this, the children were very happy and they thanked Pegasus. When they stepped into the mirror, they found themselves back in the attic. Okay, dear students, now let's move to the last part of the story. Okay, listen here. It was still raining. Aaron looked at Ammo and said, that was the most exciting adventure we have ever had. Yes, really, Ammo said. They heard their mother calling them. They got down from the attic and walked into the kitchen just in time for dinner. They told their mother about their adventure, but she did not believe it. When they went to bed, they dreamed of going through the mirror and having more exciting adventures. Okay, dears. Now, where is Ammu and Tarun? Yes, now they are in their home. When they reached home, it was still raining. They couldn't believe about their adventurous trip through the mirror because that was the most exciting adventures they have ever had. At that time, they heard their mother calling them. Then they got down from the attic and walked into the kitchen. Then they told everything to their mother, but she didn't believe it. After dinner, they went to bed, dreamed of going through the mirror and having more exciting adventures. Okay, cheers. Hope you enjoyed the story. I think you also got an adventurous trip through the magic mirror, aren't you? Okay, very good. You don't forget to read the lesson 3 times. Now it's the time for wind up our class. Thank you.